मौका तीर double goal. The angle man has risen. इससे बढ़िया शुरुआत आपको मिल नहीं सकती. मुजीब बने महान एक बार फिर से. रोमांच अपने चरम पे. ये अच्छा ट्रायो है भैया, ये अच्छा कॉम्बिनेशन है. पूरे खेमे में खलबली मच चुकी है. What a show! What a show!
It's a blockbuster loading between these two sides. The defending champions Ahmedabad defenders play their opening game with the Super Fives, whereas the Bengaluru Torpedoes playing on back-to-back nights, still searching for a win. It's match number 3 of the Super Fives, as over the next 6 days, including tonight, these 5 teams will be vying to be in the top 3 to have a shot at that one big dream of winning Season 3 of the RuPay Prime Volleyball League. I've got 2 chillers in the house, Key Michael and Louis Lett. You like that compliment, don't you, chiller?
Yeah, I think it's right in my wheelhouse.
Thrillers, that's more like it.
You know, there's one team, the Delhi Toofans, who've scarred both these teams. Delhi has beaten these 2 teams in their last games. Ahmedabad lost their last 2 league games as well. Who would have thought that 2 big, glamour, powerful sides like Ahmedabad and Bengaluru would come in here having been scarred by the Delhi Toofans?
And actually, Delhi beat Bengaluru 3-0 twice. So both these teams are really struggling to find that. I think it's what Delhi has is that balance, and both these 2 teams at times can be incredible. However, Delhi just has every piece of the puzzle firing pretty consistently. I think that's why.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, if you look back, I was just racking my brains. It doesn't take very long. And I was looking back to the first game of the season when we saw Delhi lose 3-2 to Mumbai. And we said we haven't seen the best of this team yet. We saw glimpses of something very special. And now they're starting to fulfill that, and their level's really high.
Ahmedabad looked pretty good at the start of the tournament, and we thought, wow, the most improved team it is, and the defending champions. Let's find out where they are on the points table. Well, they're still hoping to open their account. They finished 3rd on that points table at the end of the league stage. Here they are then. No bonus points for Ahmedabad. So if they win tonight, they will get 2 points. Mumbai as well. They've played 1, lost 1. Bengaluru also played 1, lost 1. So Ahmedabad, Mumbai and Bengaluru find themselves in a must-win now. Up first, we have to talk about the defending champions Ahmedabad, who lost their last 2 against Delhi and against Calicut in their league stage. Suddenly, it seems like the world has changed for them. I suppose one of the reasons for that is Angamuttu and his efficiency. Diminishing returns from that man, is that the key reason why Ahmedabad haven't won enough?
Yeah, I was doing a little bit of digging around this, and Angamuttu hasn't hit his best form, that's for sure. He's the 8th best scorer in this competition. He's 43 behind Jerome at the moment, but looking at the passing stats, Max Seneca is the 14th best passer in the league. Schleekamp is the 16th best passer in the league, and he was pulled off in the last game. And then Nanda is the 29th best passer in the league. You compare that to the Torpedoes, who have 3 of the best 12 passers in the league, including the best. I think it comes from the pass not being good enough, and Gamudi not quite getting the usual service to put the ball away.
I wonder if it's the presence of his father in the VIP box. I wonder if that puts pressure on him.
It could be, definitely. But to the point that you made, I was going to say, I thought Angamuttu last year was fantastic at getting high out-of-system balls. He was really good at getting his team out of trouble. And this time, those same balls, a little bit inside, a little bit more awkward, and he's finding the block more often than he used to. So if he can turn into that character again that's really getting them out of trouble, I think they'll be in better shape.
How about we help Dragan a little bit? He's got a lot of pressure on him. So let's make life easier with Dr. Key Michael giving us a solution to Ahmedabad's problems. How about a game plan for them?
Well, I would never assume to know more than the coach. In fact, that's why I went to speak to him before the game. And he did say, look, we've got a young team. We have players that maybe haven't played at this level before, but we have to be able to finish sets. They were down by a couple, or excuse me, they were up by points in the last time Bengaluru faced against them, and they just couldn't close out those sets. So he'd like to see his team keep a little bit more focused and really come at Bengaluru with a little more aggression. And for me, I'd love to see Shanti John starting. We haven't really seen him in that starting role just yet, and I think maybe if Nanda's not having his best performances in the last few games, could Shanti John get that starting role?
Look at the smile on his face.
He's
His face
loving it.
just lit up then. Old Manish over there when Shanti John's name's called.
Shanti John, hashtag I told you so. He could be the one that turns things around. There's another man as well that Ahmedabad believe in a lot. He's their Aussie import. Here's Max Seneca talking about his time here in India for this fantastic league.
Volleyball was not my first choice. I happened to start this at the beginning of high school and instantly fell in love with it. And from there it was a exponential rise. Just everything started to fall into place to play volleyball professionally. And yeah, now we're here 12 years later. In life, it's taught me a lot about just making sure you don't skip on the little things. So you can't be enjoying the good moments too much, but you can't also suffer in the bad moments, because eventually good things will come, and it's also inevitable that some setbacks will also occur. I love the place. I think it's a lot of fun, very vibrant. The food is too spicy for me, but I'm enjoying it a lot. Everyone is very kind, and the team has looked after me very well, so I'm very happy. All these extra rules, and I don't think many players in the world have played this. So to play a different variation of volleyball after more than 12 years playing normal volleyball is exciting.
Yes, what Max Seneca is telling the other foreign players is that India is the place to be. So you guys and girls are welcome to come and show your talents in India in volleyball and otherwise as well. Now,
I loved hearing him say that, by the way, because I think other people are looking at the rules here and going, wow, this is so exciting. So cool to hear him say that too.
I'm okay with the spicy food.
Yeah.
you're just okay with food, regardless.
Yeah, I am.
Bengaluru find themselves in a tricky spot. They lost to Delhi 3-0 in that last game. Now, the one thing that's special about Bengaluru is that they like serving big. In that last game, no serve points. Now, I know Baz ball didn't work for Team England. Is Lee ball backfiring for Bengaluru?
Yeah, that's a big burn on Indian television on prime time, isn't it, for the Brit? No, I don't think it is. I think at the start of a competition, D-Lee will sit down and go, what weapons do we need to win a championship? And one of the very first ones that'll go on there is service pressure. Then you pick your man, Setu, scored 24 points against Calicut Heroes. Amazing performance from him. Yes, it didn't work last night, but it doesn't mean it's not going to work tonight. And they play better when their backs are against the wall. They just need a little bit of patience.
It's interesting because you mentioned he didn't have any service aces last time. And against Chennai, again, in that 3-0 loss, they had 11 errors and only 1 ace. So this is their strategy, absolutely. And we go back and forth on this a lot, but where is the limit? And I asked D-Lee this before the game. He said, look, I'm giving the green light to a couple of players, Setu being one, Pankaj being one, but the middles and Paolo have to put their ball in because you cannot win volleyball games if the serve is not in the court.
Quick reminder of what happened the last time these two teams met in the league stage. Bengaluru beat Ahmedabad 3-0, and the hero of that match was Thomas Heptonstall. So scored, I think, 11, 12 points or whatever it was. Now, Pankaj Sharma, the captain, has sort of very quietly gone under the radar. He's not doing enough, not doing what is expected of him. How do you look at his diminishing returns?
Well, it's interesting because I love Pankaj's style as a player. I think he's always really smart. He's hitting high off the hands. He's looking for holes in the block. He's not trying to be the star player. However, that kind of volleyball, again, you have to have big players kind of backing that up. And that was working when Heptonstall was doing big things on the right, when Setu was getting his numbers as well. However, when those parts start to fall, you really see the weaknesses come through on this team.
Yeah, I agree. But he's still the 12th best passer in the competition, which is very solid. 14th best scorer. He's doing okay. I think last year they had Svetanov on the outside who could come on and just gave a little bit more of an attacking edge. So I think what we're missing, what they're missing out there is that little bit of an attacking substitute just to change things up if they need to.
Now, for the neutral fans, so if you guys and girls are fans of aggressive, attacking, entertaining volleyball, you can't miss out on this clash because there are so many stars on offer that you must look at when you pick your Fantasy Akara sides. Download the app if you haven't already. Now, how about we talk about matchups? Not one player to watch out for, but a matchup each from the two of you. Matchups that we must look out for in this game.
All right, I got a good one for you. The Aussies, because Heptonstall and Seneca, they know each other. Max told us that they go way back. They've been partying together for, 11 years or whatever it is. So now they're on the court against each other. And last time, it was definitely Heptonstall that came out on top. He had more attack points. He also got those 2 aces on Seneca. So I'd like to see how Seneca responds today.
Lee.
Oh, I think that's something really fun to watch. Setu's the best server in the league. Nanda's the second best server in the league. So we got the 2 big guns going at it at each other from the baseline tonight. I'm excited to see that.
What's new is both these teams will be dressed in different colors. Bengaluru have gone back to their lucky pink. It's a bright fuchsia pink that I'm sure everyone will love. And Ahmedabad, on the other hand, are dressed in black and gold. We're dressed in nice colors as well, thanks to our motto sponsors, Indian Terrain. But you guys and girls, get set for a match that could see one team go closer to the exit door. Who shall it be? The Ahmedabad Defenders versus the Torpedoes from Bengaluru. Live action coming up on the other side. Stay tuned.
Well, it's the second day of the Super Fives here in the RuPay Prime Volleyball League, and it's a repeat of last year's final. The Ahmedabad Defenders up against the Bengaluru Torpedoes, and it's a huge game for both of last year's finalists as the top team goes straight through to the final. 2 and 3 playoff in the eliminator. So Bengaluru, having lost yesterday to Delhi, need to bounce back with a victory. Ahmedabad looking for that first win in their first Super Fives matchup. There are the teams. It's time to meet them now, courtside with Atish.
Tonight in the RuPay Prime Volleyball League powered by A23, we shall witness 2 teams that will leave no stone unturned to get back to winning ways as the Ahmedabad Defenders get set to take on the Bengaluru Torpedoes. First up is a team that has missed the target the last time they took to the court, which was their first match in the Super 5. Can they get their radar on tonight? Please welcome the Bengaluru Torpedoes!
The Bengaluru Torpedoes coming out here in Chennai for the second straight evening. Last night was a difficult one against Delhi, a 3-0 loss, which means 2 losses in a row for David Lee's team. Now they hang their hats on service pressure. Setu Setu is the best server in the league this season. He's also the best passer, with Midhun the 6th best passer, Pankaj the 12th. They hang their hats on service pressure and good passing. Their offense and their serve wasn't quite there last night. It'll need to be there tonight against the Ahmedabad defenders.
2 consecutive losses meant the defending champions were toppled off the top of the table. But today is their first Super 5 encounter, looking to get back to winning ways. This is the Ahmedabad Defenders!
Here come the Ahmedabad Defenders, coming off a 3-0 loss to the Delhi Toofans. They are going to be looking for some revenge here against Bengaluru, who they also lost to 3-0 in the group stage. Well, a lot has changed since then, and the captain, Muthu, leading the way with Shanti John just behind. Might we see a start from him today? Angamuthu, who is classically one of the best swingers on the opposite in this league, hasn't been having his best couple of days. If he steps it up, this is a very dominant team. With Max Seneca as well, looking for a little bit against Heptonstall on the other side. The Aussies going head-to-head. Let's see how this pans out.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, may I request everyone to kindly rise for the Indian national anthem. இந்திய நாட்டின் தேசிய கீதத்திற்காக அனைவரும் எழுந்து நிற்குமாறு கேட்டுக்கொள்ளப்படுகிறீர்கள்.
तब शुभ नामे जागे, तब शुभ आशीष मांगे, गाहे तब जय गाथा। जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
A repeat of last year's final. This game could be just as crucial as both teams are desperate to get their way back into at least the final 3. It's a different format this year, with the top team going straight through to the final, and positions 2 and 3 from the Super 5s playing an eliminator, a semi-final. Now, this is going to be a very, very close game.
I think you're right, Louis. Well, here's the coin toss earlier. Bengaluru won. They chose to receive, which is an interesting choice by them, considering they typically like to put Setu on the line and have him be the first to contact the ball. However, they're going to be receiving first, so I wonder if their strategy might be changing. Well, here's going to be the lineup for the Ahmedabad Defenders. Angamuthu on the opposite, Shikhar Singh through the middle, Nanda on the outside, so this is similar to what we've seen in the last couple of matches. Muthu will be setting, and Ilya Barao and Max Seneca in the middle and outside respectively, so not much has changed. We were wondering if we might see a Shanti John start, however, he's always on the bench. Manoj as well will be standing by. That's a pretty strong looking lineup, and I think this team, if they're in their best form, led by Dragan Mihailovic, who spoke before the match about how they have to finish sets in good time. It's tough because it's only going to 15. Heart rate monitor, however, worn by Sajjad Hussain Malik, the assistant coach of the Ahmedabad Defenders. He's at 101, and this is a cool little wrinkle in the game as well that we get to follow along as it gets more exciting.
Well, here are the Torpedoes for the second night running. Paolo Lemunier keeps his place as expected. Pankaj Sharma is the captain. Setu, the best server in the league at the moment with 18 serve points, also the best receiver. Thomas Heppenstall starts in front of Ibn Jose on the right side, the seventh best blocker in the league as well. Mujib MC is the third best blocker, and he starts with Jisnu PV due to the fact that Sarjan Shetty is out with an injury at the moment, which is a big loss for the Torpedoes. There is David Lee, D. Lee, the Admiral, whatever you want to call him, Olympic gold medalist and the man who steered this team to the finals. He's wearing the heartbeat monitor, and it's interesting. I think that's the same heart rate as we saw this time yesterday from the Admiral.
However, it did get a little bit higher as the match went on. Dayanidi will be the first referee for this matchup. He will be aided by Molelia Shamim.
Well done. 3 more names for all our viewers to hopefully remember. My name is Manish Batavia. I'm from India and I'm joined by Lee Key Michael and Louis Lett.
Lee Michael and Kiwi Lett.
Key Lett.
How does that sound, Key?
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Whatever.
Keelet is actually scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
Actually,
That's what I'm saying.
Let's not start any rumors here.
Well, Louis wouldn't mind being Louis Michael. Here we go then. Muthuswamy Appavu sets it straight to Setu. It's a must-win for these teams. More so for Bengaluru, who lost their opening Super 5 game. They decided to receive instead of serving. So clearly, the conversation we had in our pre-game show was on the right track. The pressure of serving is very much being felt in the Bengaluru camp as well.
Well, we know that serving is one of the staples of this team. So we've seen them at their best, and they can beat anyone. We've seen them at their worst. They can lose to anyone. So really, if that shows up today, that could make or break.
Ketu serves first, then Seneca gets it. Yes, we spoke about the need for the more experienced foreign players to come to the party for these sides. Ahmedabad are searching for the mojo they had in the opening 3 games of this league. And that will really soothe and calm their nerves.
Still good situations all round. Good swing from Seneca, stays high with 2 blockers. Just for your benefit, Manish, my name is actually Louis Michael Lett. Oh, look at that look I get from the commentary box across.
Great serve. Putting pressure, but then Pankaj unable to come up with that kill. We spoke about his lack of form as well. That's good. Not good enough though. Oh, good. It is good. An error has been called in the net against the Ahmedabad defenders who decided not to review. They thought about it, but no review just yet.
I think you can't see on the camera, but Neely's reaction to that point was huge. And I think he knows that he'll get a sense of where his team is mentally from these opening few points after defeat yesterday. And they've come out very aggressively. One thing we didn't talk about too much was the change of liberos. Srikanth was taking off in the previous game against Delhi for Ahmedabad, and the passer isn't quite there again, and Angamutu can't hit their way out of the system. Now this is something for the defenders that we touched on in the pre-show, that when the pass isn't quite there, they can't put the ball away.
3-1 to the Torpedoes at the start. Now, poor reception has put a lot of pressure on Muthuswamy Appavu as well. Certain chink that has been exposed by opposition teams against Ahmedabad. When Muthu does well, they attack well.
Well, here's to my point that I spoke to D-Lee before the game, and he said, yes, I'm going to allow some of my players to absolutely go for it from the end line. Mujib is not one of them. He's one of the middles. He has to be someone that just tactically puts the ball on one of the players on the court on the other side to allow Setu to unleash.
Yeah, but against Kochi, he went on a service run streak of maybe 4 or 5 to pull that game away from them as well. So I guess it's just pick your poison.
No, but that's great. But you've got to listen to your coach. If your coach tells me, hey, you're one of the players that has to put the ball in, put the ball in.
Yeah, which is maybe what he's under the influence of. We'll have to wait and see. D-Lee said they're still going for it to me this evening.
Another good serve. Muthu for Angamuthu. Still can't kill it. He'll go again. This time it works. He'll take it. It doesn't have to be a glamour shot for Angamuthu as long as he can contribute and keep adding to Ahmedabad's kitty.
Yeah, 3 up, that's a much better swing. Setu's in the right spot. But again, as soon as you start to draw that ball towards the sidelines, you stay high. It's a real good swing. Maybe Angamutu is going to take the ball by the horns here. Maybe not. Unfortunate for Ahmedabad, but again, patience lasts his strength. You can see Dragan Mihailovic just nodding his head. The game's not going to be won and lost in that one moment.
Very important that that man gets going as well. He hasn't delivered enough. Once again, they keep going at the libero for Muthuswamy to set it for Angamuthu.
Better from Angamuthu. And I just wonder if this connection between Muthu and Angamuthu, which was extremely solid last season, that was one of the highlights for them winning, it's looking a little bit wrought, a little bit off. Muthu there putting him behind the 3-meter line, not really giving him enough space to go through, so perhaps there's something missing there.
Could it also be about the captain wanting to manage Oh, beauty! That is double delight! 10 on 10 for the number 10. The first big blow against the Bengaluru Torpedoes. And Indian Oil super serve against a team that takes pride in serving big.
What a moment. Fernanda picks his seam, hammers it. And that is a perfect start, Fernando, who I think needs a little bit of that confidence to get back to the form that he showed in the first 3 or 4 matches of this season.
Ooh. Great serve. Setu, how well does he recover after that reception? He was on his feet, gets up, recovers, finds himself in the right spot and then hammers it down.
That's a great pickup by Setu, because we know from watching this season, a lot of teams are going to target him, try and get him short, get him out of the offense. Instead, he pops that ball up and nobody is blocking him. I'm not sure what Muthu was doing there.
I think Muthu was trying to cram in on the pipe, thinking that Setu was so under pressure on the receive that he wouldn't get the ball back. Oh, what a start for this one. That's an unreal swing.
That went straight at Vishnu. That hit him and went away to the crowd in the blink of an eye. Now Ahmedabad in the lead now. Did that double point that Indian Oil Super Sub wake them up or what?
I think that was exactly what they needed to get into it. Muthu now using Nanda in the pipe, and I think we talk about this a lot as well. The team that gets that pipe going as part of their offense, that sort of 4th attacking zone, is often the team that comes up successful.
Lamonia for Setu, there's protection but not good enough. I like Santosh, it was Santosh's ball to dig. Angamuthu brought his left hand in.
Well, assistant coach Sarat looks on. Ahmedabad for me is just moving, playing that defensive ball, just not quite as composed as we've seen him previously. I think this has the makings of a real good game at the moment. Both teams are going for it.
Did I just say Santosh instead of Nandagopal? I'm still thinking about the Delhi Toofans then.
And the defenders of yesteryear, maybe.
Yeah, well, Nandagopal it was. Boom! Just long. We aren't seeing the same precision, the same magic from Angamuthu. Bengaluru lead by 1 as we head into the first Amokul technical timeout of this Tuesday night. Stay tuned, back in just a bit.
Welcome back to the RuPay Prime Volleyball League. We are into the Super Fives. And this is what that means. Each match is going to be best of 5 sets, as it has been so far. An extra 2 points for the team that finished first, and the team that finished second got 1 point. So that has already been awarded to Calicut and Delhi. The tabletop topper goes to the final directee, and 2 and 3 play the elimination match. Ooh, big swing, Seneca off Heptonstall. This was one of the things that I said we should keep an eye on in this match. Max Seneca versus Tom Heptonstall, both Australians. Both know each other very well, played against and with each other. So to see Max Seneca get a couple of times he's had the advantage now.
Yeah, that's a good swing. You can see that he turns it real late. So Heptonstall thinks he's got a line on him, and then Seneca just turns it into the hands and off the block. Great dig from Lamounier as well.
Excellent block. Ahmedabad continuing on their roll, and this is one of those players that had to step in for Manoj. Shikhar was impressive. He's been impressive the last few matches, so getting up there on Mujib and giving him one, well, that's a good start for the middles battle.
I think in Shikhar they found a man for the future. That man on his screen, Shikhar Singh, the number 9. It looks like he belongs to the big stage. A big shot there by Heptonstall has been blocked once again. Seneca straight at Lamounier. Had no idea what to do with that express train coming at him, Lamounier.
Yeah, it's starting to get real good for the defenders. They haven't made many blocks this season. Angamudu's made 3. Illibrand's the top blocker, 16th best blocker in the league. But that block previously, that swing from Seneca and the service pressure from Nanda, all of those 3 things linking together is the sort of pressure that we haven't seen from the defenders for a while.
And I think Seneca's so good at controlling the small details, really popping that ball up, putting his setter in a position to swing or to set him, and opening up some space there. Here's a look at the Indian Oil MVP leaderboard. Meanwhile, Jerome right there at the top. Santosh from Delhi in that second position. Nanda on there, and Amit Gulia and Shubham Chaudhary, both impressive from Mumbai. But what I like about the way that Ahmedabad are playing right now, there's a little bit, of course, there's a little bit of tentativeness, as there is, of course, from the Bengaluru management. But they have to find solutions, right? If Angamutu's not firing, Max Seneca has to pick up a little bit there, as does Nanda on the pipe. Just things, they're just doing a couple of things better than Bengaluru at the moment.
I agree. My only thing is, over the 5-set or a 3-set game, you feel that Angamudu has to improve a little bit from what we've seen so far. Because if you're scoring in 2 different zones, it'll be easy to figure out a way to force the play that way. But Heptonstall just stays high and aggressive, beats the middle block. I think we're in for a very entertaining one here. I don't think either side are going anywhere.
Well, Dragan Mihailovic will certainly want his team to have a look at those tactics. He showed me his board, his scouting report board before the game. He wouldn't give me any of the specifics, wouldn't let me look too long at it, but he's given all the players very specific instructions about every single rotation, and that's something you do at the highest level with international teams, with national teams. So he's expecting a lot out of his team. He's holding them to a very high standard to try and deliver that.
Setu fires long again. Probably a few too many service errors the last couple of nights from Setu. And that 24-point haul against Calicut Heroes was probably one of the best individual performances that I've seen, especially in this league over the past few seasons. I'm curious to know if there's maybe a bit more expectation on him now that he's provided that performance, that he expects to do it almost every game. 101 the heart rate monitor is pretty close out there. And hope that his team can see their way through this.
Well, Bengaluru can't afford to lose 2 in a row in the Super 5s, but Ahmedabad have shut all those doors of possibility. And that's forced David Lee to do this. The SBI Super Point has been called for as they trail by 2 on 11 scores. The SBI Super Point worth to remember.
Yeah, you can just see the pressure there on Pankaj when he hits that ball. He loves going off that middle blocker, and I think they'll know that, the defenders. And that means that this is SBI super point of the utmost importance for both sides.
Good call on a middle serve. It's a soft one for Setu. Goes straight to the middle. Jishnu getting involved, and the point goes the way of Bengaluru. That's for two.
Crazy game this, because in the other evening, Calicut Heroes against the Chennai Blitz, the Blitz had the advantage 12-10, and then this situation happened and it turned the complete tie around.
Yep, we saw two two-point plays and that completely changed the complexion of the game. Is it likely to happen tonight? Hepton Stall, can he come up with some double delights? Goes big on the serve, straight at the libero, Muthuswamy, far set, boom. Still not over. Chance for Bengaluru. Pankaj hits it long, claims a block touch, no. Says the first referee there,
Well, for me, that's a classic Pankaj swing, high off the hands, and I'd say 9 times out of 10, there's a touch on that. He knows that ball better than anybody else. But Bengaluru do have to use up one of their reviews in order to get it.
Yeah, he thought there was a touch. Setu thought there was a touch. He was covering right behind it. I don't know what you guys thought up here, but I thought there was a deflection as well.
Yep, it looked like there was a faint touch.
And knowing Pankaj, and that's his style, that's his go-to, that's what he earns his bread and butter from. Those balls that go just high off the hands. He's clever. He's a smart, swinging outside hitter, which he's not necessarily always going to be the big point scorer, and that's one of the things we maybe talk about, maybe Bengaluru needing one of those. However, in this situation, this is what he's good for. Let's have a look at it then. Looking for maybe just a little wiggle right on the right-hand side of Ilya Barao.
It's close.
For me, that's pretty clear as day.
Well, it's pretty close to the index finger and the middle finger on the way through.
It's an important one, right? Because if Bengaluru take this, they're now at the 13-12 point. So there you go, the review successful. I'd like to know his heart rate at this moment, as D-Lee's just made a huge play for his team.
That's a rarity. I've never seen him celebrate like that. He knows how crucial this moment is in this match.
And he's gone down a
Bit of play acting then. Show of bravado.
I think he knew. I think he knew in his heart of hearts that was going his way, so he's staying calm.
Hepton Stall. Oh, just off the net there. What's up with Angamuthu and his efficiency? I'm starting to get a touch worried about Angamuthu not being able to find it. Is it a mental block? And I'd like the two of you to weigh in on that. Is it a mental block? Do you keep hitting at a defender?
It's tough to say, because Angamuthu, I think, is one of the coldest, ice in his veins kind of players from what I saw last year, but couldn't put that one away, and instead on the outside this time, Nanda gets it done. A little confusion there between the blockers on Bengaluru's side, but let's see if Angamuthu is a little better from the service line now.
Lamonia for Pankaj, it's good. No, not good. Hits it just long. He didn't find the gap. Found the right line, just not the length.
Interesting here, this is a tough rotation for the Torpedoes. The Munier is at 4, so he has to run right away across the court to set it. Jishnu and Pankaj's front court options.
Lamonia back set for Hepton Stall. That's good, that's money. Incredible swing from the Aussie. The two front players for Bengaluru combining the Brazilian and the Aussie to level scores at 14 apiece.
That's a huge swing from Hepton Stall, and I'll tell you why. RuPay contactless shot. The same swing he took yesterday against Delhi when they were down set point, and he missed it, gave them a set, and that kind of sort of snowballed into being not one of his best performances. However, hitting that ball right there could mean he's in a different state of mind today.
Yeah, he's come back very aggressive from the service line as well this evening. It's the same thing.
Muthu this time for Nanda Gopal. It's come back. Great take from Bengaluru. Muthu again, this time for the pipe. And these Aussies don't disappoint. Hepton Stall on one end, Max Seneca on the other. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi.
Never.
Well, little known fact, I lived in Australia for 3 years, so I got a soft spot in my place, a soft place in my heart for Aussie players.
Ooh, 134. That man from Jammu and Kashmir, Sajjad Hussain Malik. We've seen a couple of players as well on court from beautiful state of India, Jammu and Kashmir. There's Sakleen Tariq, there's also Aman Chaudhary who we've seen on court, so good to see that. Triple block. The pressure of the triple block forcing the Bengaluru number 7 to hit it long, and the first set goes to the Ahmedabad defenders. They have struck back.
Big moment, big play, huge blocking presence there by the defenders, and Setu under immense amounts of difficulty, not able to find the court. Well, a good first set there for Ahmedabad, 16-14 in overtime. Come back because we've got more volleyball to play after this short break.
Entertaining opener here between last year's finalists of the RuPay Prime Volleyball League. Have a look at that. There's not too much in it, just one in each column.
For me, it's the one block and the one ace that put Ahmedabad over, because they're so, right now, playing quite well balanced. But in a game to 15, you just can't afford anything. If you want to go head over to volleyballworld.com, you can get the exclusive stats of this league, the RuPay Prime Volleyball League. They are our exclusive international streaming partner.
So a quick hello to all our viewers from outside of India watching us on volleyballworld.com. My name is Manish Batavia and I'm joined by Louis Lett and Key Michael. Setu holds the key for the Bengaluru Torpedoes. They need his service magic to come to the party. Start of the second set, here we go. It's it long, the pressure's on him. Those young shoulders are feeling the burden of serving big on that man.
And if you think about the last time these two teams faced off, it was a 3-0 win for Bengaluru. A lot of that relied heavily on the service pressure for Bengaluru. When that is not present, how different can this match be?
Yeah, they rely on their side out a lot more, that's for sure, where they are relying on Heptonstall, and that's a blocking transition, set to Pankaj to score efficiently on the front court to take the pressure back off their serve. But great super block, Heptonstall, good hands. And I think D-Lee's been to and fro between Heptonstall and Ibn the last couple of games, but when you look at the blocking stats, Heptonstall's the best blocker in the league at the moment from the opposite position.
Coast to coast. Angamuttu still unable to come up with pebbles. Muttu this time for the man right in front of him. Shikhar overcooks it. A touch too overexcited. Happens at that age. All right, children?
At every age. I think as the one goes out the side this time.
Starting to pass on these pearls of wisdom that I've heard from T. Michael, who's the wisest head around. She keeps giving me these nuggets of golden wisdom, which I tend to use on air at times.
That one came from me.
It didn't?
I don't remember saying that. What I do remember is saying the middle blocker is a very important part of the equation for both these two teams. For any team, any volleyball team that can get their middle firing, opens up the outside hitters, and that's what Ahmedabad did just there.
And they were already looking like a different side as compared to their last two games that they lost. Oh, Max Seneca. A replay of that would remind you of some Chaplin movie. Kept searching for it, kept chasing that ball. Max Seneca.
Yeah, I think we're in for a very tight game here. Once again, the defenders have certainly come out better than we've seen them in the past couple of games. The pass has been better. It's starting to look like Mutu's running that same sort of offense as we saw in the opening 3 or 4 games, which will delight Dragan Mihailovic. But the Torpedoes, again, lost the set by 2 points, having not found their best possible service run. Heptonstall, though, is serving well.
Who does he go to now? Does he target the libero once again? Yes, he does. Not a bad set. Well, the fight wasn't there, and yet... Oh, it's still not over. But the one-man block does the job. It's the Belarusian Ilya Burau.
Big heads-up block there. That ball looking like it might have been down. Burau just taking up enough space to shut out Setu, and he looks frustrated. Certainly will be. That was quite a small block in terms of space taken up.
Lamonier and a bit of a joust with Nanda. Completely out of position. Ahmedabad have their chance now. Goes for the kill. Muthusamy works. Bengaluru, are they starting to panic or what? They look like they're in a bit of a hurry now. Easy, boys, easy.
I tend to agree with you there. That swing in the block from Setu was just a bit of a rash one, just to try and leather it as hard as he could. And then that defense a little bit vulnerable as well. Interesting, Angamutu starting to get back involved in this game.
Great tip, pick up good. Bengaluru on the swing, Heptonstall, Doug. Not for long though, another point in the pocket of Bengaluru. They are staying right there with Ahmedabad. Neither of these two teams running away with it. A couple of awkward looking moments on both sides, but I love that Heptonstall continues to step up. An A23 super spike has got a one-on-one, that huge disadvantage of Nanda being much smaller. He's able to use that to his advantage.
He tried his best, Srikanth. The man in the white on the Ahmedabad side of the court, the libero. Here's Pankaj Sharma with the serve. Hits long. Very good anticipation by Seneca and Srikanth. That serve split the gap between the two, but the leg wasn't right.
I'm looking at the reaction Brandon Neely there on the sidelines, and he's given a clap and a nod, and I think to the point earlier that Pankaj is one of the players he's going to allow that miss. It's just by a little bit out the end, but that can be brought in over time as the match continues. Another big block from Burao. Well, he hasn't been at the center in terms of players that we've spoken about a lot on Ahmedabad's side, but I think he's quite good at just staying under the radar, taking care of business, and that's what he does there again, one-on-one.
For the second time, Ilya said, I'm going to block you. And I'm going to shock you.
But you've been spending too much time in London, Manish.
Oh! That's the second of the night! Or is it? But the pancake got just a little touch. Or not, what's happening? I have no idea. To me, it looked like a two-pointer. It was a two-pointer. And Indian Oil Super Serve, the second of the night for Nanda. Time now for Ramul Cool technical timeout as Ahmedabad lead by 4.
Well, Nanda is at it again, and this short serve on Setu and Midhen is certainly proving to be a thorn in their side. An A23 super serve for the second time this evening, and the short serve has troubled Bengaluru. Delhi have done it, and now Nanda is at it again. He's finding his best form at the right time for the defenders.
Bengaluru will be a worried camp. Lost the first set, trailed by 4 in the second. Here comes Nanda again. Big serve straight to the libero. Stall is their hope, and it has been extinguished for now by that triple block. Wow.
Ahmedabad looking in such good form, and there you can see that exact following of a tough serve in a difficult position. Stall's way inside there. That set almost 6 feet from the antenna. He's trying to swing it sharp cross with the block all over it.
That's why they get the third blocker across to make sure they seal the cross-court angle well and truly.
What a good serve that was. And then the block still in play. Tanaka for Muthu, who tries to come up with that dumpling, isn't to be. Bengaluru look completely lost. Out of system, out of position. Seneca has been blocked. Well done. Well, it'll need Mujib to come to the party in the defense as well as in the offense for Bengaluru to have any semblance of a comeback in this match. At this point, Ahmedabad look like they're running away.
That's a really scrappy play from Bengaluru, though. A big block from Paolo to finish it off. But I don't know if you noticed, they went with 4 receivers in that situation. So Stall ended up passing the first ball. So they've kind of negated Nanda's serve there and given themselves an opportunity. Very good work there by Bengaluru.
Long way to go. 4 points lead the lead for Ahmedabad. The kill didn't quite come. The 2 foreign players with half a block. Shrikant keeps it in play. Muthu for Rangamuthu, and it works. That combo will feel mighty relieved after that one.
Yeah, Bengaluru aren't quite getting the ball in enough rhythm to put the ball away. They're relying on out of system rips from Stall, and this time there's a dig from the defenders. No mistakes from the man Angamutu. That was what we were saying earlier on, wasn't it? Getting the efficiency up. Nice high rip. SBI super point in from D Lee.
They were trailing by 2 in the first set. They called for it. It worked for them. Now they trail by 5. Will it work now? It won't! Shikhar's there. At the peak of his form is Shikhar Singh. Denies Bengaluru a comeback in this match. The lead now swells to 7 in the second.
What a time to take an SBI super point. It was a gutsy move. Did not pay off as Ahmedabad are just employing some secret weapons time and time again. Shikhar, another player who's just hitting his form at the right time. Well, Bengaluru not the only side to miss serves. Meanwhile, Healy certainly feeling the pressure. His heart rate has gone down. How is that possible?
Is it the inner dialogue? When the world around you is crashing, what are you telling yourself?
And I was going to say, for someone who's won an Olympic gold medal, he's certainly been in some high-pressure situations, and maybe he's just learned some tactics to bring that way, way down.
From far away, he gets the win. He gets the kill on Angamutu. For a brief second, I thought he's too far. Just too far from the net.
Yeah, this is one of the key differences for me in this set. Angamutu is starting to find his range, and he's drawing the ball more into the cross court. You think about the angles that he missed out on earlier on in the game, they're a lot straighter towards 6. He's just turning the ball more now and getting rewarded.
Another good block. Bengaluru to swing Setu on the right side, past the block, but the defense is there. Now it's a middle set situation to Angamutu again. Doug. Paulo pushing for the middle. Jishnu didn't realize it was for him. Somehow kept in play. Angamutu again. The defense again. One of the best rallies starting to unfold here. Nanda from the back. Ooh, just out of bounds. No touch. So Bengaluru earning themselves a big point here.
I saw Dragan Mihailovic applauding the team for what they did. Did they switch off a bit too soon, celebrate too soon? It's so important to stay in the moment, stay in the now, to smile later.
Yeah, he's applauding the fact they ran the pipe in transition in a wider set, and it's just the execution, but it was quite a high-level play from the defenders, even though it missed out.
Good hustle there from the captain on the outside, but again, the defenders are coming at Bengaluru from every single angle.
Yeah, they've been tremendous this evening. Their service game has been much better. Nanda, I think, has had his best game since the early stages of this competition. His efficiency's been dwindling as of late. Seneca's been solid in the pass. He's been good in the serve. Offensively, he's been sound. And Angamutu this set has been the difference and got them into this scenario now where they're well in control.
Free ball goes long, and that will do. The defenders get a free and easy point to finish the set. Angamutu barely even breaking a sweat. Seneca goes hard. Pankaj had to keep it in play there, but in an awkward and uncomfortable situation, could not find the right angle. Well, Ahmedabad on an absolute tear, a 2-0 lead as we head into the break. That last one going 15-7. Bengaluru in a must-win situation, have to find something after the break. Welcome back to the RuPay Prime Volleyball League. It's a 2-0 lead for the Ahmedabad defenders over the Bengaluru Torpedoes. And look at the blocks and the aces. That, for me, is what's really stood out on this Ahmedabad side. They've had a lot of success there, Louis.
Yeah, and usually it'd be the other way around, wasn't it? At the start of the season, the Torpedoes were serving and blocking as, look at him, fist clenched, eyes on the game, the Nippon Paint mascot, blobby.
Never blinked. I've never seen him blink.
He might miss something.
Such has been the pace in this match. The speed, the tenacity, the skill, the guts, and the weight glory. They are the defending champions. This is a repeat of last year's final, where Ahmedabad were crowned champions of the league. Muthusamiya Peru, straight to Setu Lamonia for the pipe. That's good. That's very good. Oh! It goes and says hello to Blobby, who's still unmoved.
Still didn't blink either.
Well, hand catch on the pipe, that's not something we've seen very often this season. Fantastic swing by him. He's usually used in outlet situations, but as the go-to on the first point, I like that switch up by Paolo. Oh, there it is. We've been waiting all match for it. Setu with an Indian Oil super serve.
Just a matter of time and patience for Setu to get it right with the Indian Oil super serve. That is out of club ball now. It's Setu's turn.
Well, the rub of the green going Bengaluru's way. Setu has his Indian Oil super serve, a ton of load off his chest and off his shoulders. Such must be the pressure on that man, young Setu. The super server tries a delicate touch with his serve this time, wasn't to be. I thought the idea was right.
See, I don't know, that's not something we've ever seen Setu do. Setu's game is to toss it high, get after it, and hammer it. And the good news is that the defenders will feel a little bit more confident when Setu has got the ace. It will take the pressure off a little bit of the ones that come after. The likes of Heptonstall, Pankaj, and Muji.
Muji, remember I mentioned earlier, as one of the players that needs to keep this ball in play, does so that time. But the easy swing through the middle again, Shikhar picking up a lot of points for his team. Coming up trump.
Oh, that's the presence of mind. Court awareness, knowing exactly where their open space is, a potential real estate.
Yeah, it's a great
Feeler,
pass.
that man knows where open spaces are.
Great pass from Seneca, really holds on to his platform for a long time and steers the shoulders towards the target. Not a bad serve from Muji.
Especially since that ball was coming from zone 1. Shikhar had to get all the way around it.
Not a great reception that. What was Setu trying there? Strange. Muthu for the pipe. No, it's the push, not the pipe. Heptonstall goes big. There's Seneca at the back. Muthu once again, this time for Nandagopal. And it works, gives it the full whack. Smacks it into the blockers. The ball goes long.
Yeah, these are the small things that make a big difference. Setu's serve is going, pass going off the boil after Seneca's good one. All of a sudden, a 3-1 2-point lead turns into a 1-point lead. The defenders are knocking on the door once again.
Young Shikhar, ready to roll. Here we go. Just pushes it straight to Setu for Lamonia, who then brings Pankaj in for the spike. Isn't to be. Heptonstall has been blocked once. Chance now has been converted. Ahmedabad are now fully switched on. They know they've got to kill it in this set.
Yeah, Brown does a great job of turning this ball. Although it's put on the plate, it's A23 super spike. Although it's put on a plate for him, the fact he still tries to find the sideline is the key to success.
The fact that you thought that was Barao is the key to success for me. Angamutsu is swinging from the middle, though. That's what's fascinating.
The camera went straight to Barao as well. My bad.
They look similar on a good day. Barao's gotten some sun here.
you know, someday I'd like to see Anand from the Delhi Toofans sitting in the crowd, so that he can just launch himself onto court and dig one of those tough balls.
Yeah, I think when he's not on court, he's probably just chilling. I
Or
can't
jumping
imagine
on his bed.
he's not going to give up any energy for free. Especially not for one of these two teams.
Surely was a big WWE fan growing up. Captain Stall. Muthu has been magnificent tonight. I think he's found his rhythm, which I thought was missing for a couple of games.
Was that Ahmedabad that hit that?
Yeah, it was actually from the middle. Good pass from Seneca again, and this is the worry. Same against Delhi, when the service isn't quite there. For me, if you're floating or taking pace off of it, you still have to make the passer move a little bit.
Is that Ilya Burrell?
There he is.
Oh, yes! Right on the money! Angamuttu hit the bullseye for a double bonanza. That is the third Indian Oil Super Serve of the night for the Ahmedabad defenders. 2 for Nanda, 1 for Angleman Angamuttu. Well, Ahmedabad are now starting to run away. They're eyeing a 3-set win.
That is a beautiful serve by Angamuttu, and you see it just going over Setu's shoulder. Can he hit another one? Ooh, good pressure. Paulo keeps it in play. Now it's a freebie. Jishnu back to the middle. Yes, indeed. Jishnu has been having a night tonight. Needs to as well for Bengaluru to stay relevant in this set.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen Ahmedabad serve this well throughout the whole competition. Their service pressure hasn't been recognisable as one of their sort of main things they hang their hat on. And tonight, I think that's one of the key things of this performance, is their service pressure coming to the forefront of their game. Pankaj, the captain, he tries to roll one short, trying to get them off the net. That's a good set from Mutusami, bringing the middle in when the ball's not quite there. Setu tries to go off the third blocker. Chance in transition. Angamuttu, who's found a bit of fire, but on the 10, he's made a couple of errors already this evening, and there's another one. These two teams unwilling to let the other one pull too far away.
Oh, hang on a sec, not too quickly. Head coach Dragomanovic asking if there might be a touch, perhaps, asking for a review. Well, he wouldn't be too far off. Angamuttu's been having more success in the last couple of points, in the last couple of sets, picking up his game. So if you're going to bet on him, now's the time to do it. I do wonder, however, if right now at 6-7 or 7-7, is that the time to use a review, or should that be held reserved for when you get later in the set and you might really, really need it? Here it is. We'll get a look at it here.
Oh.
Close to the fingers. I see no touch.
Yeah, there's no deflection of the path of the ball. Interesting time to use it as well, because Ahmedabad 7-6 up. This is for 7-all. He must have been pretty certain.
Well, yeah, well, that was the point that I just made, that is it something that you use now, or should you just wait and let this go and hold on to it? Because in this league, you only get 2 reviews. If you win them both, you get to keep 1 more. However, if you don't, they're gone, they're done, they're dusted. I believe this is Ahmedabad's first review, if I remember correctly.
And it's taking a long time. But there you go.
No
Review
touch.
Unsuccessful. And point stays with the Torpedoes. Interesting looking at their rotation now. Pankaj has the ball in hand. And I really think this next rotation of when Setu comes back to serve could be the most important time that Setu comes back to serve in the entire competition for the Torpedoes.
Pankash pops it in, and the defense not there. Angamutu living up to his name of the angle man, going deep in the corner. And well, Ahmedabad up by 1, 8-7 at the Abul Pool technical timeout. We'll take a short break. We'll see you back here in just a few moments.
It's a big evening, and there are some big spikers in the A23. Top 5 spikers. JV, Jerome beneath at the top. Santosh, the former Ahmedabad player. And Shubham Chowdhury in here, and a credit. Top 5 blockers. Mujib is in there as number 3 at the moment. As Setu is stopped, it's another block. And for the Ahmedabad defenders, who statistically were not the best blocking side in this competition before this evening, they're certainly blocking like a team possessed at this moment in time. Setu could not find an answer, almost in the cover from Heptonstall, but not quite.
Still early days in the Super 5s, really. Oh, good serve. Setu finally gets the kill now. Just thinking, in the 3 matches we've seen so far, I just get the feeling it'll be Calicut, Delhi and Ahmedabad in 1, 2, 3. It is Bengaluru losing 2.
But my initial thought this morning was the winner of this game would take the final position in the eliminator. The 3rd spot. I thought it was that big a game, and Mumbai have obviously still got a very big chance, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yep, they've lost 1 as well. They come back and play tomorrow, which will be a double-header.
Just a quick moment for Mutu there, getting involved in the offense. I love setters that are aggressive. I think as soon as you add an aggressive setter to the front row, there's nothing that your opponent can do.
And they play tomorrow as well, I think, against the Mumbai Meteors, so they'll be mighty worried.
Yeah,
yes.
You have to say, looking at, it's a very good point that you make there. Manish, that the fact that Ahmedabad versus Mumbai, if the defenders can win tonight and win tomorrow, wowza! Sajad is saying Malik 130.
He's feeling it. Fully involved in this match, as we all are. Big swing again, Angamutu looking for it. Oh, he's called over.
So, sorry, Ahmedabad Mumbai play day after, not tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll see the table toppers, Calicut up against the Delhi Toofans. So it's a clash of the table toppers tomorrow, followed by a double-header day after, which will see the Ahmedabad defenders take on the Mumbai Meteors. Calicut play again against the Torpedoes.
Meanwhile, do we have a challenge going on right now? Do we have a review taken by Mihalevich? For net touch or for backcourt attack? Because he was called on the backcourt attack. Are they asking to overturn that, or are they asking to look at something else that might have been happening at the same time? Because again, this is the 2nd review Okay, so it is a foot fault review. Get another look at it. So it's Angamutu's foot right there. Ooh, that looked clean.
Looks good to me. The whole foot has to be behind the line, can't be on it, can't be over it. Where's that toe?
Oh, that's very close. We need a little zoom in on that.
I don't know if there's significant evidence there to change a decision.
First impression was it looked clean. Tough to say. Oh, interesting.
I think that one's always going to tell you that he's behind the line, just to the nature of the camera angle.
Well, it's a big one because Ahmedabad already lost their first review. If they lose this one, they're done. Again, they're in a good position in this third set. However, let's say Bengaluru come back, they're fighting, they take this set, then Ahmedabad have to go forward with 0 reviews in the rest of the match.
Interesting. And maybe season-defining for the Ahmedabad defenders who have got to throw the kitchen sink at it now, as said earlier on. Setu's next run behind the service line will be key, as he's at position 2. Lemunier serves now for the Torpedoes. Somebody who does serve for position.
Here we go then. Paulo. Ready. Has to put it in. Does. Great ball in for Ahmedabad. They're going with the pipe, and it pays off. Nanda again, finding his rhythm from that backcourt. The offense right now, the onslaught from Ahmedabad with his A23 super spike. He's getting one-on-one with Majid every single time.
Well, Nanda Gopal took off like he was on a skydiving trip to New Zealand. So much freedom. 11-10. Ahmedabad ahead. They won the first 2 sets. This is a must-win for the Torpedoes. Failing which they will go down 2 matches in a row. Mujib can bring them back.
Yeah, two good bits of side-out play. Low pressure serving from the 2 service teams, and they both managed to use the middle area of the court quite comfortably. It's now going to be fascinating. The service pressure needs to go up from the Torpedoes, and there's no better man to do it than Setu.
Here we go. Oh, tough serve. Gets Mutu way out of whack. Free ball coming back. Bengaluru now to swing on the outside. Ibn, who's into the match. Get it done. Seneca rolls one to the end line, and the fist pump of glory for the Australian.
That's the biggest point of the game so far. Great touch from Mutu defensively, but it gets Setu off the baseline.
Well, what do we have here? Here we go. SBI super point. This is a clutch one. Down just by 1 point. Bengaluru have called for it. It's on Max Seneca's serve. Where's it going? Soft to Setu. Ball goes back to Ibn, who gets it going, and that will do. 2-point swing for Bengaluru, puts them back in the lead here down the stretch, the business end of this set.
That's what you want from your reserve right side, to come in with that aggression. Good serve from Seneca, took a bit of pace off, but managed to get it to 1, which means it's a very good set from Lemunier to turn that ball back to position 2.
Mujib all set to serve and goes straight to Seneca, then to Muthu, then that attack. That's good. 1, 2, 3, ting, ting, ting. 13 apiece.
Excellent platform by Seneca. Over and over, he's just getting Muthu in good positions, and that set to the outside is absolute money. He's off a little bit awkward with his body, but finds a way to get that width. Firing.
Such a beautiful chain reaction there is tonight about the Ahmedabad defenders, with Seneca and his reception enabling Muthu, who gets the others going. Pankaj gets going as well. Oh, great dig from Seneca again. Here comes Nanda. Oh, it's it long, unfortunately.
That's exactly the right decision from Nanda to try and go high back to the deep corner. Just misses out on his execution, but it's a real good first swing from Pankaj. You're not going to score every point, but you can maintain the advantage. He forced a very good bit of defense out of Seneca there.
Pressure on that man. D-Lee looking cool as a cucumber, but it's set point for Bengaluru. Even on the line. Good one to Nanda, still in play. Angamutu swings off hands, and that is going wide. Puts the defenders back in a position to fight for this third set.
I mean, that's great volleyball all round. Under the pressure that Ibben's currently feeling to hit that position on Nanda, force him to have to make a pass off a good serve. He did that. And then Mutu could spread the play left to right and open up Angamutu.
Back to 14-14. There's a good swing. Stays in play. Heptonstall back in the mix for good reason from the backcourt. Comes hammering away on the right side.
Heptonstall realizes that they've got to win this set to stay in the hunt, because after this they've got two left. One against Mumbai, and then their last against Calicut.
Yeah, you would say at the moment, the triangle fixture in between in this Super 5s between these two teams in Mumbai, the team that can win both of those games will have a very, very good chance of going through.
At this point though, Ahmedabad seem the favourites to go through. But who knows? Muttu. Troubled a touch by that poor reception from Srikanth. Can they recover? Will they be allowed to recover? No! There is a twist in the tail. Bengaluru win one back. And we are going to set number 4. Under pressure, first Heptonstall. And then that man Sethu drills it down the line to pocket the third set for the Torpedoes from Bengaluru, who stay alive just about to.
Yeah, he's got blocked in that situation so many times going into the cross court. The turn it line was a winner. It's time for a quick break before we head to the fourth.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Season 3 of RuPay Prime Volleyball League powered by A23. It's time for the Indian Terrain Volley Trivia. So let's meet our super fans, and one is holding the flag of Bengaluru Torpedoes. What is your name and who's your favorite player on court today?
Mano. Name?
Yaroda favorite player ungalku?
Sethu.
Sethu, okay. And ungalku Ahmedabad la yaru favorite player unga per enna?
My name is K. Niranjan. Muthusamy is my favorite.
Muthusamy is your favorite? Okay, I'm going to ask you a quick question. ரெண்டு பேருக்குமே சேமா தான் கேட்க போறேன். சென்டர்ல மைக் வச்சிருவேன். யார் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் சொல்றீங்களோ அவங்களுக்கு தான் gift போக போகுது. இது இந்தியன் டெரன் உடைய trivia questions. Ready? First question. Ahmedabad defenders உடைய கேப்டன் யாரு? Okay, Muthusamy, I heard it first from you. இவர் தான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் சொன்னாரு. So அடுத்த கேள்வி பார்க்கலாம். And who's the former player of RuPay Prime Volleyball League and currently a coach of one of the team? யாரும் ஒரு பிளேயரா இருந்து இப்ப கோச் ஆயிருக்கா? நோ. ஓகே, உங்களோட ஒரு டீம் இங்க விளையாடிட்டு இருக்காங்க, Black கலர் Dress போட்டுருக்காங்க. ஒரு ரெண்டுமே தப்பான ஆன்சர் தான், பட் ஒரு क्वेश्चन நீங்க கரெக்ட்டா சொன்னீங்க. அதனால you deserve this gift from Indian Terrain. Give it up for the Bengaluru Torpedoes supporter. Thank you so much. அதோட ஆன்சர் David and coach of Bengaluru Torpedoes. Thank you so much, rendu perukume. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, you already saw a winner here, and you can also win the official merchandise. And very simple thing. நீங்க இங்க எடுக்கிற photos, videos மறக்காம உங்களுடைய social mediaல post பண்ணுங்க using the hashtag called #PVL and மறக்காம Prime Volley tag பண்ணுங்க and you can official merchandise win பண்றது chance நிறைய இருக்கு. Please get ready. Make some noise for Bengaluru Torpedoes. Make some noise for Ahmedabad.
Well, it was a last chance really for the Bengaluru Torpedoes if they wanted to have a good chance of going through to the eliminator rounds of the Super 5s. There are the stats, couple of blocks. Still the defenders who are edging the stats, and there's no surprise about that.
Yeah, and it's tough to tell from that sort of grouping of all three sets together, because I think Ahmedabad were better overall. However, those two right there on the sidelines are going to be very happy that Bengaluru got themselves one set, and they're now in a position to fight all the way to 4 or 5 sets.
Every set's been close though. Every set so far has gone to the wire. And step up super serving set to start the 4th.
Good block to start. Seneca on the right side, stuffed by who other than his Aussie counterpart, Heptonstall. That is a matchup I'm so fascinated by because it just swings back and forth every single point.
Now, every time Ahmedabad have been pushed a little bit, they seem to have shown more vulnerabilities. Now, is that last set going to upset Ahmedabad's apple cart and send them down the wrong path? That's the question. That can be answered by that man. Look at that. Another block. Now this time Angamuthu is denied, so signs of concern then.
Signs of concern, but Setu found his serving boots. And it's not all about the Indian Oil's super serves for Setu, it's just putting the opposite team under pressure. 2 serves have led to 2 blocks, and that was the underpinning success of this Bengaluru side when they're playing well.
Remember that 3rd set started with Bengaluru a few points up, and they were able to edge out at the end. That could be the difference here as well.
Oh! It's up to the likes of Nanda Gopal to keep firing, keep pushing. Shekhar is there as well. He will hit it from where he was. Shekhar for Angamuthu, past the 3 blockers, still in play. No pipe then, Muthu with the first, Nanda. Lots of pushes we're seeing, lots of scrappy play. That goes long, but not before there was a touch off the block. Bengaluru 3-0 in the 4th. If this goes to the 5th set, it is anybody's game.
And we spoke about this in the last set. Keeping Setu behind the service line. The defenders are always celebrating when they side out because they want to remove Setu. And this guy knows that his team are rocking and rolling in their identity now.
Heptonstall as well, stepping up, and he's been hot and cold on a few occasions, and I think when he is hot, when he's on, this is a very strong Bengaluru side. Here's the Amulkul emerging player nominees, a couple of them you might recognize, Anand from Delhi, as well as Jerry Daniel from Mumbai. Keep an eye though on Srajan Shetty, not in the match today, but plays for Bengaluru. Nanda, who's been phenomenal with 2 Indian Oil super serves already for Ahmedabad. And Shirab, we've liked him from Calicut, very impressed.
Anand stood out in that picture.
Is he your favorite?
100%. 1 of 5 is David Lee's heart rate. What about Sajad Hussain Malik, the assistant coach?
190.
130, it's come down to 123. Looks like he's found his... That pipe was laced with venom.
All right, Nanda, stepping up. That had a little extra spice on it, right at Setu. Oh, we've seen a few players dig with their heads before.
Nanda's trying to get in Setu's head.
Literally. Very close.
I love the trajectory of the ball as it left. And the one side of the court, just slightly offline, really. 4-1.
Can the defenders keep hold of this lead early on in the third after Sethi's little run at the start? There you go, they're under pressure a little bit now, the defenders. And as you said earlier, Manish, we've seen sometimes this season from the defenders when they don't get the start they need and they struggle with the pass, they struggle with their offense. And for me, Angamutu gets caught a little bit in a pickle with his feet, loses his rhythm and gets blocked.
If I'm Mutu right now, I'm thinking get that width to him every time. That has to be his focus because Angamutu getting stuck on the inside is a very difficult place to be. Yes, as a tall attacker, he can find his way out of it, but the more width he gets, the more effective he is.
I think they should let plan Angamutu be for a while. Focus on Seneca and Nandagopal. See how it goes.
But that was a nice serve though to position one, tactically trying to force the hand of the setter to go that way. That's why the Nanda had two up against him, and he's found a pinpoint swing at a key time.
Tikar. Ball in hand. 2-5 down to the corner for Setu to step in, and there is Heptonstall again, looking for hands, looking for touches on the smaller blockers in front of him. None given. Ball called out.
Very smart of Dragan Mihailovic to call for that team timeout very early in the set. I think he senses that Ahmedabad had been a bit frail in such moments. Nip it in the bud, said the coach.
Yeah, you either two times to call your timeouts. One where you need to sit down, and one where you want to sit the opposition down. And that was his chance to at least stop Bengaluru pushing. But I'm intrigued to see how Tom Heptonstall bounces back from that one error, but he can't afford to let it affect his mentality. And Mujib MC has had a very good season in the middle for the Torpedoes this year. And it's a good set from an off-the-net position from Paolo. Nobody's really expecting that ball from there, and he delivers.
You're exactly right. That's such a clutch set. Paolo realizing that Heptonstall's just made an error. He's got Setu on the back, but using that middle from that 3-meter line, huge decision.
Ilya Fonanda off the block. The libero keeps it in place. Setu pushes it across. A push then to Srikanth. Here's the captain for a pipe, and that's good. Mujib needs new shock absorbers.
Smart play. Seneca using the hands of the block in front of him. Might have got a bit lucky there as Mujib was in place.
Yeah, I just love the commitment to the pipe attack. They're running it frequently, so it's difficult for the blockers to get a read, and that's how they get the block out that time, is because Mujib's just that little bit late on it.
Another ball to the middle, blocked, and nobody in the cover zone. Well, a good bit of work there from Ahmedabad to slow down Mujib, but I'm looking around. Let's have a look at that. Mutu getting hands on it and everybody turning at each other.
Yeah, that last set from Paolo to Mujib was a little bit more of a comfortable position for Paolo to find him. This time it was a little bit more of a sharper angle on the set to try and get the ball to him. This time it's far easier, so they get the attack away, the Torpedoes, with a second opportunity from the left side, but there's another block from the defenders, and they've got their way back into this. They were 4-1 down, they've tied it up at 6-6.
Well, they wind out the creases that we thought they had, and they've clawed their way back in this fourth set.
A little bit of pinball there between the blockers, but eventually Mutu with the final say just there on the line. And I think it's Pankaj going to ask the referee about perhaps a lift earlier on in the set. You saw that dribble down Ilya Baral's front. but it wasn't called in real time and was not reviewed, so on they go. Might be a bit of karma though, because that ball goes out the back.
Just off topic slightly, you guys. Like the black and gold for Ahmedabad and the pink for Bengaluru?
I like it. I like the pink. I like the black. I also like the white and the purple. Sitting on the fence as per usual.
Push! Beautifully pushed by the Aussie. Like he was volleying at the Australian Open, the Handy Slam.
They've got to be careful here, the Torpedoes, because they're chasing decisions. They want to throw there, staying in the hands really behind, settles in the palm, and then it's a chunk. I think it was quite a fast tip. I'm not sure I'm too worried about that, P. I think that's okay.
Yeah, Seneca's always straddling the line between legal and illegal in terms of holding that ball just that little bit long. He's always pushing the boundaries, but he's gotten away with it for the most part all throughout the season, so I don't know why he wouldn't continue. I think the trouble is if you lift it, if you hold it, as in you actually underneath the ball, that can be a carry, but if he's mid-air and pushing it, probably okay.
7 apiece. Nanda serves straight to the libero. Well, poor reception. Can't blame him there, can you? Great serve it was. Ilya for Muttu. For Ilya again. That 1-2-1 didn't work. Ahmedabad look like they're dominating this rally, and they have won it. Now into the lead, the Ahmedabad defenders. What a slap that was. Slap, dash, and wallop from Nandagopal. Hang on. David Lee says we'll take a look at it again. Let's review it.
Now, there's a couple of things here, I think, that could be worrying for the Torpedoes. One is how frantic everything is at the moment for them. Paolo going, like, bumping into the middle blocker, then the defense, then them running to the referee, arguing with the referee, all in a 2-minute gap when they need to be calm and focused on what's happening next. And they might get the rub of the green here, but they just need to use this time to just settle back into the game a little bit.
So the review is for a net touch. I'm trying to remember what happened in that rally. So much has happened since then. If this review is successful, Bengaluru will get one extra review because they already had a successful one. There's the look right there. Oh, he might have something there. There's definitely some movement in the net, and at first glance, I thought it was from Bengaluru falling all over each other, but I think we might have something here.
Gotta be careful because it's a black net against a black jersey. So you might get the impression that there was movement. It may well just be the jersey moving.
Well, now courtside, Mutu's not happy. So the defenders now have Anger Mutu on the court and Angry Mutu.
Angry Mutu. You don't want an angry Mutu. We've seen him punt the volleyball at certain times. I'm seeing some movement there. I mean, I know, again, I'm not supposed to make decisions before they're called. But if you look at the net, just look at the net alone, it's wiggling.
Yep. I see some movement there.
So I'm not saying who it was that would be in it, necessarily, but there's some space between the Bengaluru players and the net. So I would assume, by process of elimination,
might just see a fist pump from David Lee. Yes, you will.
There we go. So Bangalore get another review. That's a huge clutch moment because now we're heading into the Amul Cool technical timeout with Bengaluru leading by 1. Well, they needed that rub of the green and they got it. There is a very exciting match unfolding. Come back after this short break. Welcome back to the RuPay Prime Volleyball League. It's all happening. The Ahmedabad Defenders are taking on the Bengaluru Torpedoes, and it is coming down to the wire. However, there's a new award in town. It's the Fair Play Award, which you can earn points per game. You get either positives or negatives based on sportsmanship, integrity, discipline, and respect. If I'm looking at these two teams right now, they're both given a lot of sportsmanship and respect. Of course, their hearts are in the game.
Absolutely, and big moments coming, so we'll have to watch out if that stays the way throughout these big moments at the end of the set. Seneca tight to the net, doesn't have an approach, wipes off the block. Good decision from him. Nothing between them, but I really don't think there's been much between them all night. Every set's been close.
Seneca's been so good all match long, so he's getting that ball really low, but still managing to be smart with it, and I think that's the difference between players that are swinging into the bottom of the block and players that are getting that point. Oh, and the joust.
Sensing the opportunity. The Ahmedabad defenders alert, aware, ready. Ooh, what a mighty swing. Somehow trickles out. After that last touch from Ahmedabad, 1 point lead in the fourth. Where is this one going, guys?
It's good work there by Seneca to push his teammates out. He's recognized, right, that ball's only going one way. And it's just the finish, the blocking through the middle, going a little bit straight up rather than over, leaving that open gap for the swing through.
Yeah, he was just a tad late, and maybe he was a tad late because he was waiting for Seneca to give him the nudge to get over there. But Setu's starting to come back into this game, I think. His aggressive nature is similar to the one that we saw against the Calicut Heroes, and his service is coming back into the game as well. Lamunia, the Brazilian, to serve, tactical serve towards the libero. They targeted Srikanth deep a lot of the time because he struggled there against Delhi a couple of nights ago. Block out from Setu, off the block this time.
That's a huge play for Bengaluru. That one defense by the libero to keep them in that point. And then Setu's so aggressive on the outside.
How many defenders do Bengaluru have on court? Every time Angamuthu keeps hitting the ball at them. But he's got a great high ball, a lovely set that is waiting to be walloped, and he just doesn't get the kill. What's happening?
I just think it was an excellent defense. I think the ball was a good swing, an Angamuthu style swing. Just defense is picking up on Bengaluru's side.
Seneca tries that soft touch, wasn't to be. Now here comes Zep install. Srikanth keeps it in play. He still cannot go past. A forgettable evening it's been so far for Angamuthu. There's something wrong with him.
Yeah, he's just, in these situations though, as a Kretsuke block, he has to stay higher, but he just comes in so slowly. And if you're going to come in slowly, I think you have to tip it or work off the hands or roll deep. If you're going to stay aggressive, go high hands, but for some reason he's not quite step closing with 2 quick steps.
Vishnu now 3 blocks in this game. However, Ahmedabad calling for the first time an SBI super point as they're down by 3. Let's see which way this goes. Paulo drops it again on the libero. Angamuthu for another swing. Doug, great opportunity here. Heptonstall looking for hands, and he gets them off the hands and out of bounds. Bengaluru take 2.
Yeah, now it's coming. They've done a very good job. Paulo here has got Srikanth in that position he was against Delhi, where he doesn't know whether to play underarm or go overarm. The SBI super point goes away of the Torpedoes. That overhand pass, far too quick. The snowball effect was pressure. And I think now Bengaluru have got the defenders where they want them.
You know what's fascinating to me about that point is that was very close to the line. However, guess who doesn't have a review left because they used up 2 of them in really weird situations.
Yeah, 7-0 in the first set from, or second set from the defenders cost them.
Louis, sorry, we'll have to cancel tonight's dinner plans. We're going to be here for 5.
It's cricket tonight, my friend.
Ooh. Just long.
we are going to be here for a lot longer than we'd have imagined after the second set. Brace yourselves for set number 5. That's where this is going.
I'm loving the defense right now from Bengaluru. That's 3 or 4 points in a row that they've been able to convert just on some super defense.
Absolutely, and that was their DNA last year as well, wasn't it? Block defense, they were the most organised team in the league for me. And again, it stems off the back of their serving. When they get their serving going, they're very difficult to beat. And they're running away with this set now because of Setu's start, 4-1 into the lead, and Paolo's float serve to position 1. 1-2-9, the heart rate of Sajjad Mali.
Ooh,
I think mine's similar, actually.
I was going to say, yeah, if we go to a 5th, which it looks like we're going to, heart rate's all over the place.
Loud shouts of Setu. It's 2-2. Set number 5 loading. A nail-biting climax loading. Some euphoria and a heartbreak loading. A very fast heart rate loading. David Lee is pumped up. Something special is loading.
How many times do we say this? When the chips are down, the Bengaluru Torpedoes play their very best. We go to a 5th set and it's 2-2. Well, there's a lot riding on this game in the Super Fives. The Torpedoes from 2-0 down have pulled it back to 2-2. Now the stats will tell us a lot more with the sets tied. 23 spikes to 26, 7 blocks to 6. More unforced errors from the defenders.
Yeah, those stats tell you a lot. They also tell you nothing at the same time, but you know what tells me something? A cool, calm, collected David Lee. 98 is his heart rate. That is very low, seemingly, as goes to the assistant coach on Bengaluru or Ahmedabad side, 130. Well, that makes sense because they've just lost the last 2 sets and they're now in a position where Bengaluru are playing much better volleyball.
If I go quiet, it's because I've gone down to take Sajid some water.
Heptonstall is stuffed. Good sign for things to come from Ahmedabad.
Shikhar, in the key moments, has made his presence felt. While we all focus on Nanda and Muthu and Angamoto, that man has been incredible this season.
Yeah, you're completely right, Manish. Fighting with Manoj for that spot. These opening blows are going to be very crucial. Midland passes off the net. They're out of system here. And 2 times the Torpedoes have not been in rhythm in the first 2 points. Good blocking from Ahmedabad. Mugar with 2 blocks in quick succession. It's a Fred super block, and what a great finish from the young man.
Yes, and the one living up to their name, the defenders. Can they hold their nerve? Can they keep it going? Once again, 1v1 did not work. It was Heptonstall versus Angamuthu on that occasion. I suppose Ahmedabad didn't expect the ball to go to Heptonstall. Therefore, the block wasn't there.
Yeah, you can see Angamuthu just pitching inside, protecting the pipe, I think, a little bit in the middle. Heptonstall caught him drifting outwards. Interesting game now. Setu.
There he goes, some power on the line, but it's diffused, and again, it's that man at the center of it. Shikhar has scored every single point for Ahmedabad in this set.
The name is Shikhar, and the way he pronounces it, Shikhar, the word Shikhar means brave.
Okay.
A young man who is at the peak of his form has Bengaluru as his prey. So both words, both pronunciations work. Shikhar is not too bad.
Learn something every day.
Will he have another Shikhar? No. Yes. Yes, he will. No. Great pipe.
Great pipe from Bengaluru. The start of this final set is fire here. A23 super spike. Shikhar looking for the middle play, and then the gap's open for Setu.
And we're looking at Setu there, and we're giving him the credit. Great swing, but Paolo got him completely free net. 2 blockers kind of diving in at the last minute trying to close it up. I've been really impressed with Paolo's setting tonight.
Yeah, I have been as well. It's the best game I think I've seen him have this season. The good news with using that pipe is it might just free up Pankaj in a minute to beat off the block, but Vishnu can't quite close. It's a very good cross-court swing. Anders on the front court. Watch out, everyone. This game at the moment, you can't take your eyes off of it. The Torpedoes ran away with set 4. But Ahmedabad revitalised here in set 5 with a 2-point lead. It's edge of your seat stuff, and it's the showman serving.
Once again, Lamunia for Jishnu. How good has Lamunia been tonight? Very active, very busy. He's made things happen.
I love his energy. He's a guy that's trying to radiate everybody else, and when you're 2-0 down, you need those type of characters to keep giving energy and momentum to the rest of the team, and he's done that.
I think the last couple of sets have had the intensity of a knockout game. Always the case with these two teams. The last time these two teams met, Bengaluru beat Ahmedabad in straight sets. Ahmedabad put on a much improved show in the first 2 and then lost their way a touch, I thought. Ilya in the front court for Ahmedabad. Lamunia for Heptonstall from far away, gets it right, does he? Yes, he does.
Ooh, that's a big, big moment there, right in the corner. And again, could have been potentially a challengeable ball, but nope.
Well, there's only one man that's got a review this evening. It's not the man in your picture.
Great swing into the pocket. Heptonstall has been, well, he's been hot and cold tonight, but if he can keep some heat right now for 10 points, they'll have this set.
Muthu goes to Nanda Gopal and he does not disappoint.
Great volleyball, good serving from Pankaj. They force the play to the outside because the pass is off the net. For me here, Pankaj is way too far up the court, playing position 6. When that block closes, or is close to closing, he almost needs to be on the baseline looking for that touch and reacting to it. He's almost stepped up thinking that the block isn't going to close and he's trying to fill that space.
Oh, Nanda goes for it, but just goes long. Little piece of luck there, again, for Bengaluru.
A 4-2 finish is on the card for us. Set number 5. Bengaluru win this. They will be the third team to do so. To come back and win in 5 after losing the first 2. Can they? Will they? Beautifully done. Elia Burrell enabled that set for himself.
I think the middles on Ahmedabad side have been particularly impressive tonight. Shikhar, we talked about him with a couple of blocks, but Elia Burrell, if you remember back in the second set, was getting some one-on-ones, now involved in the offense, so taking a little bit of that pressure off Nanda and Nangamuthu.
Avoid errors. Just put it in play, not bad. Poor reception from Pankaj. Left installed straight to Angamuthu. And the second ball, next Sanika. Shirari have gone big. Here comes Sethu. There goes Sethu. A point for Sethu.
Sethu went big. Great defensive play there. Again, Bengaluru putting themselves in great positions because it's not always the first contact that's going well, but then that pickup right there from Heptonstall, it's a little tricky of a moment for Paolo, but he finds Sethu nonetheless. And again, Sethu, when he's able to go off the hands, great work by him.
Well, Lamounier served this team to the previous set. They need him to come up with a little bit more magic now, and Shrikant is at position 1. Is it going his way? Not quite. Maybe he was the target, but didn't get the serve that he wanted to the sideline. It means they can bring the middle in, and it's that man again. My word, he's having a good game. As the defenders lead this 5th set, 8-6. It's time for them all called technical timeout. The 5th and final set means so much to both of these teams. Bengaluru losing to Delhi last night means they're 0-1. Ahmedabad looking to get off to the perfect start. Calicut already with 4 points because they took 2 points forward from winning the round robin. Delhi took 1 point forward from coming second in the round robin. And, well, Bengaluru, you feel, have to win this 5th and final set.
Butu gonna try and stop them. Straight to Sethu. Gets a quick one behind and he gets it past Max Seneca. Big move for the small fella.
Yeah, good flip from Paolo. The ball's going one way, brings it back the other, gets Seti to one-on-one. Let's see. There's a few moments coming our way that will define this match and potentially define the season for both of these teams. And this is one of them. The best server of the competition, Setu, serves a very good one, but the first pass is a bit tight, and they draw it towards the sideline, but it's the wrong side of the sideline. Lee is going straight for the panel here. Mujib thinks he scores. The referee thinks he hasn't. Lee goes for the review.
Big review, big moment, and again, because they got 2 challenges correct, that's why they get this 3rd opportunity. Mujib is so certain of it that he's gone over to talk to the referees.
I just feel that free ball, so Setu serve led to them getting a free ball back on the first touch, and that first touch was just a tad too tight on the free ball in this sort of pressurized situation. They're looking for a touch by the looks of it.
Well, the heart rates are certainly going up now. Here's a look at it again. We're looking for a touch off of the block. Mujib cuts it just at the last minute there. Oh. Tough to see if he will have touched the block or if he will have touched Mujib's hands. That's a very aggressive block from Shikhar. Oh, that's it. That's a huge touch.
Yeah,
that almost broke his finger.
Yeah.
Oh my
the fact
goodness.
that Shikhar turned around, waving his hand around in pain.
That's a good point. The referees were not using the clues.
Isn't that what Gen Z does these days? Or they see something cool?
The old, don't know if you ever made it to India, but Ali G did that, no? Remember Ali G?
Guess what? There's another milestone for Mujib. A middle blocker who has 50 attack points to his name.
Well, that's pretty good. It's a great milestone. I think Bengaluru used him really, really well. And in clutch moments. Speaking of clutch, oh!
Is Mujib this team's Daniel Montazedi?
I don't know that he has that kind of energy. But
they can't review this now, can they? The Torpedoes, even if they wanted to.
Let's have a look at it again. Oh.
Now that looked out.
Really? That looked out to you?
Oh my days.
That is as in as it gets.
Not
sorry.
My days. Well, we're just hearing, apparently there's a frame missing in the picture and it is actually long. And that's just the speed of Setu, really.
Well, they have another man for the big moment. Ivan Joes goes down the line. Scores level in the fifth. Where's this one headed? I'm not brave enough to make a prediction here. You guys?
Well, I don't know that we can. These 2 teams are so neck and neck. I think if Bengaluru keep their level and get some blocks, slow things down, they'll be in a good position. But Ahmedabad just continue coming at it from the middle.
I honestly think it comes down to the fact that Setu was removed from the service line, and that's the biggest weapon that they're going to have in these clutch moments.
Okay, here's what I'm going to ask you to predict. In the next 2 points, regardless of where this goes, do you see David Lee pick up the SBI Super Point paddle? I say yes.
Yes, I do as well.
Even if the next point goes Ahmedabad's way, it's coming. Oh my word! What a terrible, terrible time to not receive a serve well. 11-9. And right on cue. 110 the heart rate. It's gone up from 98 and up comes the SBI Super Point paddle.
That's why they pay you the big bucks, big man. You can make predictions that other people can't.
A touch of luck there.
11-9 for Ahmedabad in the 5th. Big moment coming up. This point is worth 2. Controls out. Straight to Setu. Lamonia now. Ibn. Chance now. Well done. Ahmedabad can sense it. Nanda has been blocked. What a monster block that is. That is an incredible piece of defending from the Bengaluru Torpedoes. They storm back with 2.
That's why we love this league. You think one team's running away with it, then the other team called an FBI super point, and this happens. It's a good enough first swing from the Torpedoes to put the pressure on in transition for the defenders, and Jishnu closes beautifully.
Should he have gone for a touch off the block on Ibn's right hand? Well, it doesn't matter. The moment's gone. It's 11 apiece now. Oh. Pulsating stuff. Angamuttu once again.
The defense.
Just how do Bengaluru stay alive in these rallies? Nanda this time gets it.
Big defensive play from Bengaluru. It looked as though they might be able to squeeze that one back in, but Nanda so quick on the outside, just beating the block there for speed.
Great game. 1-5-3.
Oh my goodness.
That's a dart score.
Somebody get him a glass of water or some nimbu pani. Pipe. Good. Very good. 12 apiece now. This is a shootout.
And I would say the heart rate's 1.7 now. That would be a good game. Guess the heart rate.
When I look at the score right now, and that's a big swing from Setu, but remember that ball just a few moments ago that we all thought was in, would have been an Indian Oil super serve. Instead, the point's given to Ahmedabad. That's a 3-point swing.
That's a huge one.
Match would be over right now. It would be Bengaluru's to win.
Nanda pushes it. Commencement installed. Somehow keeps it in play. Here comes Setu. There's some protection at the back. Muthu for Nanda. Was there a touch off the block? No, there wasn't. The exuberance of the youth. The inexperience that comes with that exuberance has cost them the other point. Dragan could eat the second referee out for dinner.
I think he might at this point.
He's going to huff and he's going to puff and he's going to blow the court down. I don't think he has much to argue about though, Dragan. He did say to us in a quick chat the other day that he's been very calm up till now and he can be very entertaining on the side when the moment divides himself.
Just that look in his eyes, on his face. He could freelance for WWE.
This is so interesting. I think there's a bit of gamesmanship going on here with the shoe tying at 13-12 in the 5th set.
Something has been said to Jishnu. Lamonia and Jishnu have been given some specific piece of advice from that man, David Lee. Wonder what that is. 13-12, Bengaluru getting ready to serve. A very, very big reception moment coming up. Where is Bengaluru going to serve this one? Who has the ball in hand? It's Pankaj.
The gloves are off.
Yep. This is knockout stuff. This is shootout stuff. Who does he go to? Shrikant or Nanda, who's in the backcourt, or does he go to Seneca? Goes to Shrikant. For Muthu now. Chance, big chance. Angamuttu! Somehow, for a change, gets it. Oh, this is not for the faint-hearted.
I'm glad they don't have a heart rate. But they have a heart rate monitor on us as well, my goodness.
I just think there's signs here. Shrikant got a little bit edgy in the pass, so it makes it an even better swing from Angamuttu to find the gap there and put it away.
Lamonia gets it off the block. For a second I thought it hit the antenna, but it didn't.
That is a great take by Jishnu. That first ball, which you might even not notice, he's a middle blocker. He's not in the pass. And it's roll directly to him in order to get some uncomfortable situations on Bengaluru's side. Handles it with grace and perfection.
From being 2 sets down to now having match point. Jishnu gets set. Can Ahmedabad hold their nerve? Can Bengaluru kill it now? Nervous reception. Muttu now for Angamuttu! It goes long! It goes long! Bengaluru winning in 5! This is the most dramatic finish of them all! The Torpedoes prevail! Ahmedabad have been stunned! Delirious scenes in the Bengaluru camp! David Lee takes this team to a big win! What an incredible finish this is! This is a comeback for the ages! The Torpedoes shine bright on this midweek night.
This game had everything, and we knew it would at the start. We said it was going to be close. The defenders pulled away, and then the Torpedoes pulled it back in the end. Angamuttu, out of system, has struggled a bit this season. He put the last one away, but serving Shrikant worked at the very end of the game to get them out of rhythm eventually.
Could there have been a more team performance than this Bengaluru side right now? Not everyone having a great day, having to dig deeper than they possibly have all season to get this must-win situation. Coming from 2-0 down to fight back in the 5th, everything going against them, and somehow their defense keeps them in play. Wow, a 5-setter for the ages. Make sure you come back, we've got the awards after this.
Well, on the second day of the Super Fives, the Bengaluru Torpedoes were back in action, having lost to Delhi last time out. They were desperate for a victory to keep up their hopes of a Super Fives place against an Ahmedabad defenders off the back of 2 losses. Their last performance against Delhi was a 3-0 loss, but this was their first performance in the Super Fives. It was a tense opening few points for both sides, but it was the Ahmedabad defenders and Nanda that got off to the perfect start. Nanda's serving in the opening set was tremendous with an Indian Oil super serve. The middle was rocking and rolling. The defenders looked unbeatable in the early stages. In the second set, the Torpedoes started to come back. Thomas Heppenstall having a brilliant season, was strong throughout, but it was the defenders again who went into a 2-0 lead, and it took until the third set for the Torpedoes to really get into gear. Angamutu had a brilliant couple of sets this evening, but throughout the game, the Torpedoes, knowing a win was the only thing that mattered, ended up taking it all the way to a fifth and final set. Ibn off the bench was superb. The whole team showed character from 2 sets to 0 down to take it in the fifth and final set. The Torpedoes still alive, their first win in the Super Fives.
Well, we can finally breathe again after that 5-setter that had us all on a cliffhanger. There's a look at the points, and there's really nothing in it. Ahmedabad serving better, blocking better, giving up a few more errors, and at the end it was the defense for me that really, really did it for Bengaluru. A team performance for the ages. Let's head down courtside. Atish is going to give us a presentation.
Welcome one and all to the Bengaluru Torpedoes School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, because there was nothing short of that. It was absolutely miraculous. It was magical, the way they managed to come back from 2 sets down to win this Super 5 clash 3-2 and become only the 3rd team this season to do this, because the Hyderabad Blackhawks did it against the Mumbai Meteors, the Delhi Toofans did it against the Kochi Blue Spikers in the league phase. But when it comes to the Super 5, this is the first time when the chips were completely down, they managed to build themselves up. And what a wonderful victory it is, because now they're still alive in this Super 5 competition. And in the presentation party to my left, representing the Ahmedabad defenders is Mr. Meet Nagra, the VP Operations and Client Relations, Piston Des Sports. Representing the Bengaluru Torpedoes is Mr. Tuhin Mishra, the Managing Director and Co-Founder of Baseline Ventures. And representing RuPay is Mr. Kuldeep Nigam, Senior Vice President, IndusInd Bank. The first award is the Game Changer of the Match award. We saw him diving around, we saw him prancing around, we saw him setting around. It goes to the Samba setter, Paolo Lamunia. The playmaker of the team, ensuring that the points were well spread when in attack, and also played his hand in defending too. Congratulations, Paolo. Firstly, how important was this match and the result coming in? Because you lost the previous game yesterday. A loss today would have meant almost curtains.
Yeah, and when you come, we don't bring 2 or 1 point for the classificate. So this game is very important for us. Even we lost the 2 first sets, we trust each other and keep the job and our system and works.
What happened in those first 2 sets? Was it fatigue? Was it tiredness, given that you played yesterday? Or was it just the fact that you hadn't turned up and you had to change things around a little bit?
No, both teams play good. The 2 sets is too close. And they win 2 sets, but even we can win 2 sets first. It's 2 points only the difference. So we keep playing.
Well, congratulations. You kept on playing, and you changed the game as well. The game changer of the match, the Samba setter of the RuPay Prime Volleyball League, Paolo Lamunia. He may have changed the game, but there was one man who came to the fore as an inspiration, not only in defense, but in attack as well, and he is our RuPay player of the match. It goes to Jishnu PV for his brilliant performance in the front court today. All those short sets that he converted, all the blocks that he implemented. He's been presented the award by Mr. Kuldeep Nigam, Senior Vice President, IndusInd Bank. He's also presented the RuPay on-the-go watch to experience hassle-free payments, and he gets to sign the match ball as well. Jishnu, in your own words, if you could just describe what just happened today, because from 2 sets down, it's never easy to win the encounter. What changed in those next 3 sets?
We just believed ourselves that we did, and we did the maximum effort to. We believe ourselves and we did everything.
So basically what you have on your tattoo, isn't it? In terms of your own skill set, we've seen you didn't get game time initially, but as the tournament has gone on, you're getting more game time. Your coach is obviously a world-class, erstwhile world-class middle blocker who's won an Olympic gold. What are the learnings you've got from a great like David Lee?
Yeah, I got too much things, blocking skill, attacking skill, everything. He learned me too much. I'm very, I don't know what to say. So I'm very grateful to work with him. Thank you.
Obviously, he's very grateful. David Lee there shouting he's a torpedo. In the background, Jishnu PV, the student who became the master on the court today, as he is the RuPay player of the match. Congratulations to him. Congratulations to the Bengaluru Torpedoes, because it must not have been easy against the Ahmedabad defenders, losing yesterday, almost losing today, but eventually smiling, and smiling a lot.
Well, it's not often the man of the match is a middle blocker, but Jishnu today stepping in and stepping up in the absence of Srajan Shetty. He was fantastic, not only in the offense, but equally shutting down some big swings, keeping Angamutu quiet on the other side. His offense played a big role as he and Paolo were reading each other's minds at certain points. He stayed calm and cool and collected on that final serve, and he helped put this team in the winning position.
Well, there's the points table. The win for Bengaluru puts them in the top 3 of this Super 5s. Ahmedabad has played one less game without a win with Mumbai. And tomorrow we have a single game coming your way as well. You don't want to miss it. This Super 5s is so entertaining. The Calicut Heroes versus the Delhi Toofans, a top of the table clash. We are going to leave you with some Nippon Paint colourful moments of the day from all of us, myself, Louis Lett, T. Michael, Manish Batavia in the team. It's goodbye for now.